everybody! Welcome back to Hearthfire Tales, the podcast where we bring you music, metal, and some other thing that I don't have to think about because that's his thing. This is our Christmas adventure, a midwinter night, midwinter tale. I can't remember exactly what I called it, but
you called it a winter's tale.
It was a midwinter's tale. It was on the screen.
It's
anyway.
got to have
I saw it a second
or
ago.
something to do with.
It's got
at least
it's the Hearthfire
the
tale.
brand.
I told it, midwinter.
It's the brand. It's
Anyway.
there. It's on the wall.
It's there.
The writing's on the wall, Jim.
The writing is on the wall.
Also, welcome to the new studio, everyone that's watching. And
Yeah.
I suppose,
There's
welcome.
stuff on the wall. That's fancy.
I don't know.
And I also suppose welcome to the new studio, you listeners as well, although you couldn't tell that we moved you.
Yeah, you might have been able to tell there was a different whimsy.
If you can tell that we moved, wow, your ears are good.
Yeah. I have Christmas lights. I didn't highlight that earlier. They won't always be here. Yeah. Okay, we jump in. I'm your DM for this one. I'm Jim. This is Dylan. This is Ryan.
I'm playing Yukon Cornelius, gold and silver.
And I'm playing Hermey, the most happiest little bloodthirsty boy in the land.
Hermey took a turn. Hermey took a turn from what I was expecting.
I also want to just point out that it wasn't planned. It's just somewhere that my weird brain took
Sometimes
me.
a character takes a life of their own.
Yeah.
You know,
thing
sometimes
is-
they do, and Hermey really did. And I realized it when we had a scene where you were actively barbarianing and crushing all those kobolds, and Hermey comes out and offhand, not even the drive of the sentence he does it in, just slow crushes a kobold with a rock. And I'm like, this is not the pleasant elf I was expecting.
You know what's actually really funny, though? So, for you listeners at home, Dylan and Jim actually have not seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, so Dylan doesn't really know the character that he's playing that well. And what's funny is he's actually playing him quite accurate. So, for you guys, there's a scene in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer where
he shoots an orc.
No, where
Orc.
where Yukon has knocked out the Yeti, and then he's off, and he's like, Hermey, do your thing. Is literally basically what he says, and then he goes to help the reindeer.
I did see this in my research.
And then Hermey comes back with the Yeti, and he's like, oh, he's safe now. And Hermey has taken pliers and ripped out all of the teeth of the Yeti.
Yeah, but
while
you
it
see
was
him
knocked out.
pull out the pliers, and then it cuts away as he's looming over the Yeti.
And the Yeti is just like, "Ah."
Look, he's just doing his civic duty. He's helping people and protecting them. You got to do that at whatever cost.
I gotta alter.
Even if that cost is your own soul.
I gotta alter the illustration of this kid.
The illustrations are already done.
It's already
can
it's
just
too
rip off.
I might just put a pair of aviators on him.
Yes.
Anyway, so back into it.
Dylan, give us a recap. I mean, you guys can roll
Oh,
for it.
golly gosh, I will indeed. So, here we are in Arian, the most wonderful, magical, wintry land of all of the lands. Inside this town is the most wonderful fire full of music and hope and light that just carries us through our daily lives. And what's really important about that fire is it keeps all the nasties away, but it didn't keep a ghost away. And we, as youth members of the Winter Watch or the Glacial Guard or the Frost Watch or whatever we were called,
Don't call them
Frozen
youth
watch.
members.
as youthful members,
Oh, God. The glacial youth.
Jesus.
we're tasked in what was very important and not at all just busy work to go and do some ghost hunting. And when we did that, what we found was that adults couldn't see this ghost, but kids could. And so we went to the bar, we went to the blacksmith, we also went to Brooke, my music instructor. And then I put a cage on a wolf that was attacking. Yukon turned into a Yeti, which is really surprising, and I didn't really see that coming, to be honest. He viciously murdered with a pickaxe this
Orokai.
Urukai? Yeah.
Orc with an accent. Orok.
Orc.
I just think of the things from Zelda. Koroks.
Koroks. It's Korok without the K.
So Yukon turned into Yeti, viciously murdered an Orok. Then we realized, oh, gee golly gosh, the town is under attack, and had to go save it. As we did, we ran back. We noticed that Brooke's music store was collapsed. I learned a new song and ushered him into the afterlife with my music because Jim decided to just drop that on me.
Yep.
Yukon continues to just viciously murder kobolds.
I gotta cut across you. Say there was a moment where I was worried when he was like asking you to usher him into the afterlife. You were going to like, out comes the gun.
No, because Hermey doesn't really like the whole killing people thing, but he will do it if it's in defense of his town. That's the line. He's not gonna just do it to like mercy kill someone. I don't think.
It gets easier every time as well, doesn't it?
I mean, this is two people now. He's seen the light drain from their eyes. Anyway, Hermey found something awoke in him when he held a gun for the first time. And then we had to run through the town being pursued by a big army of kobolds. There was a big, like, weird masked rider. Was he masked? In my head, he was masked.
Yeah, he had like a cracked mask on his face.
Who was like riding this like winter death horse who like spewed ice all over and frost all over the town.
Huge human T-posing, yeah.
Behold.
Oh yes, sorry, Christopher Columbus came down.
It was the white man he was riding.
You might call him the White Death.
Behold a pale horse. Call him Christopher.
It's Christopher Columbus. Oh, right in time for Thanksgiving.
Oh no. Our Thanksgiving special is out now.
Oh God.
Yeah, then we arrived to oh sorry.
And then we arrived right into the market square, where we saw our dad and Marco, who's a bit of a prick, but he's good with a sword, and I can't remember who else was there.
The captain.
And Captain Darkmoor.
Yeah.
And our dad came over and gave Yukon a big hug, which is really nice because Yukon was a big scary Yeti.
Oh, he gave both of you a hug. It was like one of these arms around you jobs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you were still being held by Yukon.
I think Yukon needed a hug a lot more than...
Oh, yeah, you are...
Yeah, I accepted the hug, but like, I didn't take as much of the energy and I kind of left it for Yukon.
And there we are.
Into crying mode.
Oh yeah. Also, we're traumatized.
Yeah, you guys are hella traumatized.
Yeah. I need to be back into my emotional state.
Yeah, hold on. Everything's sad. Everything's real fucking sad. You,
Dad, Brooke's dead.
Oh, Brooke is dead.
Yeah.
Was he? He was... I'm sorry, he must have been killed in the attack, was he?
Yeah, we saw, did you see, are you gonna stop the Christopher Columbus? Are you gonna stop him?
It's not actually. No. Please make it a big white beast.
Oh, it will be a big wise beast, don't worry, yeah. Christopher Columbus, is that one of the guardsmen? Don't make me yes and this.
I refuse to participate.
Christopher, yes. We think he was the one who opened the gate from the inside. We locked him up as soon as we heard, but at that point it was too late.
Okay, good. This is a good workaround.
Jeez.
Anyway, what's going on?
Yeah, so you find you guys are kind of like huddled together in the snow.
Yeah, I'm like, Dad, I couldn't keep it in.
It's okay. It's okay. You won't always be able to control it, but it seems like you used it to protect your brother.
The second time it was easier. It just came right out like that we're never going to find the peppermint, are we?
We will. We'll find it. You'll be okay. We'll find it. We'll be able to make it go away, but as long as you have a handle on it, it's okay. We can keep it in, but we couldn't have seen this coming. We couldn't have anticipated this, and I'm so happy you were able to keep it under control enough. You, and he leans in a little closer and he goes, you didn't hurt anyone, did you?
There was an Auroch. I kind of lost my temper a bit and obliterated him.
That's okay. He had it coming. Fuck him. I'm assuming he was part of the invading army.
There's also a wolf in a cage. But a bad wolf, not like we.
That seems less pressing. Did it get out of the cage?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. Well, maybe that's something we can deal with after all of this.
Gold and silver, Dad. What's going on?
I don't know what happened. It seems like it was a regular way of Midwinter. Like, they were surging as usual and we had it under control, but then just out of nowhere, just wave upon wave with no respite, and flyers started to take over the walls, distracting us, and we were using most of our shot, aiming at something above the clouds, and before we realized that the walls were overwhelmed, I grabbed what fighters I could and made my way down to the streets where I was able to reconvene with the captain and Marco.
Our mom and Rudy okay?
They're fine. They're with the survivors. We have them in the house, but we have to move them. If we can get back to the barracks, there's a passage that takes us out and under the forest to a position of relatively safety outside the town, but there'll be no exiting over the walls and the gates.
But what about the fire? We can't abandon the fire.
Right now, the fire is protected. The flame guard are still there, but they haven't made it this far. They haven't made it to the square, but we will leave guards protecting the fire, but we need to get your mother, your sister, and the civilians
just
out.
Over there. Okay, yeah, we need. Yeah, let's look after Mom. Let's look after Rudy. But like, there's kobolds just there.
That is for the flame guard and the captain to deal with. We are not the first line of defense here. Our job is to get our family out of this and to get the other families out of it. Now, I need you to help me. I know you're not full flame watch, or you're not any kind of proper guard just yet, but you seem to have done well so far, so...
I shot a gun!
But it was just a non-lethal round, right?
It was, but I wished it was more.
Okay.
I love how Dad is having to deal with you having an emotional breakdown while I'm just sitting on my knees, drenched in the blood of enemies.
He looks between his two children and he's like, where did I go wrong? Hermey, I think I might bring you in on these therapy sessions I've been having with Yukon.
I'm just feeling so many emotions.
That's he doesn't know what to do. He goes, channel it into a song, Hermey.
I just start belting out "Ode to Joy."
He turns to like one of the other parents. He's like, "This one's basically been on autopilot. I don't know how to deal with this." "Ode to Joy." Yeah, that's a good song. Who wrote that?
I did.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, it's just you on your own.
Yeah, well, we're all gals.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought that up. Listen, I need you to focus now.
Hermey. 5 things.
He pulls out.
Blood.
No.
5 different things.
Oh fuck! He pulls out his notes from the.
Severed arm, severed leg.
He's like, it's been like 4 minutes since this invasion started. Like, what have you guys been up to? Okay. He pulls out his little notes that he'd taken to help Yukon, and he's like, Hermey, I need you to listen to me. The tree-made approaches are expressing, suppressing, and calming. Expressing your angry feelings in an assertive, not aggressive manner is the healthiest way to I don't think this applies as well. Is therapy not just one thing for everybody?
I don't think so, Dad. I don't think so.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm not equipped to deal with this. Oh, God, I wish your mother were here. He looks over to your mother, but she's like busy. And he's like, oh, fuck, okay, it's on me. Can you get it under wraps for like solid, tight half hour while we deal with this?
Okay.
Just need you to focus. I need you to... And he looks at you and goes, Hermey, these people over here are panicking. Maybe you could calm them down somehow. Play them a tune.
I run over and just glockenspiel my little elven gnomish heart out.
Oh, thank fuck that worked. Yukon, are you okay?
Finally, something I can do.
I seem to have found how to channel his pain. Yukon, how are you feeling?
Give me just a second, because I've been struggling to find his voice again.
Oh, yeah.
Gold and silver. Oh, there it is. Texas. Yeah, but it wasn't. No, I was doing Southern. Yeah, he was Southern because I can't do the whole gruff thing because he's still too young.
He's too
There we
young,
go.
yeah.
Now we're into it. Okay, I couldn't find his voice this entire fucking episode.
He turns to you now that Hermey is gone, and he says, "Tell me what happened. What happened?"
Dad, I was keeping it, not expressing my emotions through anger. But there's this Orok, and he had killed somebody in the guard, and
He killed the guardsman.
he did. He had his belt over his shoulder, and they came toward us. But Dad, you gotta understand, those rumors about ghosts. It seems that only children can see them, but we saw them. We saw this ghost, and it tried to warn us about him coming. But then there he was, and I was just trying to scare him
Hold
off.
on. The ghost tried to warn you?
Yeah.
Like, did it know this was going to happen?
I think it just knew that there was the bad guy there because it was right by. He was hiding in the shadows.
Okay.
And it was like, get out of here, get out of here.
I believe you. Okay.
But Dad, they attacked Hermey, and I just lost control.
That's understandable. I remember I used to not have a handle on my anger. It's probably where you get it from. I'm sorry. That or the Yeti.
Dad.
But the only time I ever flew off was when somebody would lay a finger on somebody I loved, so I understand, but...
And Yukon reaches up toward his dad, and he goes, Dad, looks him in the eye, and he goes, I killed 15 kobolds in 6 seconds flat. 6 seconds flat.
6 seconds? 15 in 6 seconds? Hold on. He pulls out, like, the guard's, like, almanac, and he's like...
The KPI book for it.
What? How many did you say in 6 seconds?
15, Dad.
Yukon, that's the wall record.
I just... Oh, Dad. You would have loved it.
Whoa, and, like, were you, like, armed? Did you do it with the pick? Or?
Yeah, I had the pickaxe, but, like... I was also biting their throats out.
Okay, Yukon, that's equal parts amazing and worrying, and the part of me that is your father is concerned about, the break, the lapse in concentration, but like, this was to protect your brother?
No, Dad, check this. I was up on top of some rubble. I jumped down, slammed this thing with a pickaxe, swung it around, and took another one's head off.
You fucking powerbombed them?
Yeah.
You fucking powerbombed them off a roof?
I did.
Yukon, I'm so fucking proud of you right now.
Like, it was actually pretty cool, Dad.
Oh, man. Okay, if we can learn to control this thing...
No, Dad, we're gonna find the peppermint. We're gonna find the peppermint.
Yeah, we're gonna find the peppermint. You're right. Sorry,
But it was pretty sweet.
Shits on those numbers. The numbers don't lie. That's... Fuck. Okay, alright, but no, yeah, you're right. We get it under control again. Like, this is just a hard situation, and I appreciate you taking care of your brother like that. But come on, we gotta get these guys to... Shit. 15 seconds. Okay, yeah, we gotta get these guys. We gotta get them to safety. Come on. You make your way over to like where Hermey is now, kind of like.
We didn't start the fire. I'm just trying getting everyone into the town.
They're all kind of they're all like. Something like a building kind of crumbles next.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like give as much of a performance as I can so that everyone's eyes are on me and not what's going on around them.
Yeah, for sure. You've like surrounded
Look
them
at
with the
what I can do.
glockenspiel.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Like maybe you like, you know,
Like I'm making the glockenspiel like rotating circles around me, so like they're never going to look around anything else.
Okay, I get you.
It's
like
it's
fully
a proper
focusing
all
them
eyes
inward.
on me. Yeah.
So you're like in the middle of them, making them all
Sure,
look
yeah,
in
yeah.
at you. Okay, yeah, cool. Like this performance calms them. And like, you know, you see like the guards have kind of stabilized that little fight. Isn't it? Like they've taken those kobolds out of it. You can see like, you know, the captain is kind of issuing orders, and for the moment the square seems to be kind of controlled, you know. They've set up kind of a perimeter and everything seems okay. It's warm again. The warmth from the winter's hearth is still kind of washing over you guys, and it just helps. You can take this time if you want to just have a little short rest for yourselves.
Yes.
While you're having that, your mother comes over to you, Hermey, and I think slightly more attuned to you
Yeah.
from a parenting point of view. Comes over firstly to thank you for calming the group, but then she sees the glasses hanging from your lapel, and she goes, Hermey, why do you have Brooke's glasses?
Mom, I don't want to talk about it just yet. I want, like, let's just say he gave me the final lesson.
She nods. This is something that she would have spoken about with Brooke when you began your bard training and stuff. And she looks at you and she says, "Oh, Hermey, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?"
And I like take out the notes that like Dad gave us for like the how to control your emotions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay. I'm trying to follow these, but they're not like it. You can't keep saying to like look around, but every time I look around, I just get overwhelmed, and it's just.
She takes the notes and looks at them and goes and sighs, and she's like, "Oh, that man." And she like puts them in her pocket, and she like just goes, you know, she gets down on her knees like, and so she's eye to eye with you, and she goes, "Hermey, that sounds very difficult. I'm sorry you had to go through that." And she like draws you into a hug and just gives you like that motherly, you know, care that clearly
I think
need.
Hermey just absolutely just fully weeps and like actually sobs like into her shoulder,
Sick,
like
but yeah, for sure.
sick.
Nice. This guy's fun's like,
Emotional trauma, sick.
sick, bro.
Look at that sick display of emotion. Oh yeah.
Yeah, process that shit, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm so
I know.
stoked on how like
Dude, you're
depressed
you're
you are.
becoming such a man. You're really showing your emotions, and I'm so proud of you. It's sick.
yeah, exactly. It's fucking, yeah. Handle it, bro. Handle it healthily.
Kind of very in line with Movember right now.
She lets you kind of
Don't
like,
be afraid to feel emotions, man.
yeah, for sure. Like, like no joke. Like, let yourself feel things, guys. It's
cool.
Not the end of the world. Like, she just kind of embraces you and holds you for a little while you guys are having your short rest. A little while later, the call goes up, and you can still hear like fighting throughout the city and stuff. It doesn't seem to have calmed down any much, and you can see that the guardsmen around the edge of this square are just like going heavy at it. Like, you can hear those incendiary rounds like going off every few seconds, you know. And your father comes over and he says, "It's time. We've got to get these people out of here. They've cleared a path to the barracks. Marco is going to come with us, and we are going to just get these people out of the city." And you kind of organize everybody into like a column, and then start to make the march, like, you know, down the street that you've managed to clear. But to quote Ryan, suddenly
Hey.
you hear that same horrendous, dark, guttural screech from above. Gregory. Thank you. The
I don't know if that's the right type of screech, but that's what we're doing.
I'd have it more as like a real, like, you know, Nazgul kind of vibe. That was probably the closest. Dylan wins the Nazgul. Sorry. Yeah. This thing, you hear the screech like echoes through the square and along like down the alleyways and stuff, and you're kind of looking around for it for a second, but then like a giant boulder, this thing descends straight down into the square. It crashes into the cobblestones, like spewing them everywhere. I need everybody to give me dexterity saving throws as like just stones and debris are like thrown up from the
Can I
impact
just
of this thing
put
landed.
this guy in a cage too?
Yeah, you give him a nice little cage hat.
I mean, I see this coming, right?
You have very little time to see
Danger
it
sense.
come. Yeah, okay, the screech would have been enough to trigger your danger sense.
Nice. Vantage.
That's a 13 for me.
A 13. Okay.
Yeah.
21.
21. Shit. Okay, yeah, you fully just like step in behind a column and like all this spray of like stones and stuff just like slashes against it and you're fine.
As
with
it's
over 20.
happening, I'm hugging Mom. And I pull
Oh,
her.
you pull-
Mom
yeah.
and Rudy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Rudy has just been kind of there. She's like very quiet. You know, she's not said anything.
On Mom's back or something.
Yeah, nice. It hasn't been one of these like material sling kind of things now.
Caboose.
Is that what that's called?
I believe so. Yeah.
What? A caboose?
caboose.
A caboose.
Oh yeah, okay, so she has Rudy in the caboose and Rudy's just kind of sitting there like, you know, quiet. She's scared or whatever. That's, yeah, good word.
I'm always bringing the words.
Yeah, Dick, Shineri.
So yeah, I just grab Mom and whoop.
Yeah, nice. Unfortunately, you are not spared what was it? It was a
13.
13, yeah. No, you take like 6 points of damage as this like just spray of stones hits you. And your father, you kind of get just sprayed, and some of the civilians do as well. You can see them like nursing cuts and stuff. The smoke clears, and you look up to see a young white dragon has landed in the square. It is like roaring and fucking flapping its wings and doing all sorts of dragon shit.
Not think of Christopher Columbus.
And on top of the dragon, you see the masked figure, and he kind of gives it a command, takes off his conical hat, and he says,
Hello, my friend.
he goes, Christoph. he puts his hand on the dragon's neck and goes, Christoph, down. And the dragon does one of these sploots as he steps down. You see like panic erupt in the square. Captain Darkmoor, like a fucking shot in. He waves his hand and the dragon's tail lashes out, fucking knocks her, like goes flying through the wall of the back wall of embers. God. He steps off the dragon and immediately he raises his hands, snaps his finger. He says, Christoph, down. And the dragon, that is his voice. The dragon kind of hunkers down and he walks down the wing, you know. He takes a moment only to take in the surrounding square and the chaos, and then he'll raise his hands up in the air and begins to call forth like a terrible wind. Snow so thick you can see the strands of it as it starts to whip around the fire and coalesce.
Have you guys seen 300? Well, I've got 4 javelins.
Nice.
And Dylan, have you seen 300?
Yeah, but I don't know what's happening.
It's going forth a massive wind. I'm gonna throw a fucking javelin at his face.
I don't remember a wind in 300. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but at the end when Xerxes is being brought on it, and that's the
And
big
they
thing.
chuck a big spear at him.
Throws the spear, which shows that he misses, but he gets close enough that it shows that Xerxes is not a god.
Oh yes. Sorry.
Here's
the
a more
wind
modern
thing
reference. It's
really
like
threw
when
me.
Thanos draws a or Iron Man draws a bit of blood from
or whatever
Thanos,
that
and he's like,
thing was.
Yeah.
yeah,
You made me bleed my own blood.
nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, but in that one, it's actually like a spear. Or a
Yeah,
javelin.
no. I remember that reference. I just didn't know that had anything to do with wind.
No, it has to do with throwing. But yeah, while he's doing this, I'm gonna throw a.
Yeah, roll it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the DC for the hit for this is going to be very, very
Well, it's 15.
15. Not high enough, as this dragon is fully on guard. You throw it, but the dragon basically just sways into the way of its master, and your thing hits it. Let me just check the dragon's AC. Yeah, it pinks off the scales of the dragon's wing. He does look back at you though, and it earns you like a glance from him though. He looks at you and he narrows his eyes, as in like, that was close. But then he turns his attention back to the fire, and as he drops his hands, these winds kind of coalesce in a word I am now coining, a tornadus circle around the fire. A tortoise.
Tortoise.
Yeah. It makes a big old turtle shell over the fire, which is actually what it does. It coalesces into like a sphere of like whipping winds and raging winter that just completely seal this fire in. And he turns around and he addresses the square and he says, "Witness now the end of the accursed flame. No more will it corrupt the winter with its wretched glow." And as he ends his speech, you see this wind just fully coalesce into like a sphere of ice.
No!
Nice. Okay, what are you guys up to?
My mom, who is still like wrapped, with my arm like
Yeah,
on
you've
her,
still got it kind of sheltered.
suddenly feels like it'd be a bit warmer, as if she's, wrapped in like a nice big parka or something like that. As she looks down and sees I've gone full, like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah. She looks up at you and she goes, "Yukon?"
and I'm just like, stay here, as I'm gonna start going forward toward all this.
Her eyes widen with like the initial fear of this creature she sees in front of her, but as she realizes it's you, she kind of nods and presses herself and Rudy up to the wall.
Boulder buddy, get him!
I sent my boulder out.
It was like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtown." Boom! Rockets towards the dragon. Do you want to roll an attack on that? Just as to
if
see
I
what
can,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah, just have a free little action as your boulder like rampages.
Ooh, that's a 15.
15. No, it again. The dragon kind of actually positions its tail in such a way that the boulder just goes whoop, up the tail and like harmlessly into the air to float back down around you.
I know that boulder was named.
Buddy!
I didn't know that boulder was named Tony Hawk.
Yeah, it gets like a little sign comes up the bottom. It goes, and you get up the dragon back gap. Yeah.
Grind the spine.
Yeah, you got like you didn't make it the whole way from tail to nose, so
Yeah.
you don't get the
Okay.
quest, but you get the first quarter gap.
Yeah.
Start playing Superman
collected
on
an
your
S.
Spiel.
Yeah, you collected an S. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, and you got the good combo score as well.
Yeah,
off it.
okay.
At this point, your dad comes to his senses, snaps to his senses, and starts shouting controls. He says, commands. He says, "Boys, with me! Marco, with me!" And he grabs, like, starts gathering all of the survivors, let's say, and ushering them towards the thing. But at that point, the conquistador, the gentleman by the flames, he nods to the dragon, and it surges across, making for the survivors. I would like everybody to roll initiative. As your dad says, "Protect the civilians."
Hey, ho. Let's go.
Hey, ho, let's go!
No.
11.
15.
And it rolled a 17.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh! Marco, ever the elite, rolled a natural 20 on
Fucking Marco.
his initiative. And he goes...
Motioner.
I have so much shit for
Gonna
Marco
go
in this
all
one.
out. You haven't witnessed my true form.
Marco,
Nothing personnel.
Yeah, nothing personal. Stop it! I have a list of these.
Quick, let's see if we can get through them.
Wait. No, you won't. It's okay. You won't
You
get
have
through them.
only seen a portion of my true power.
The things that can't be cut by this blade are as good as none. Direct fucking quote as well. No, so he whips Avantasia from the sheath at the top of the initiative. "There is nothing, even scale, that Avantasia cannot cut through." And he goes, "True Heart Swipe!" and he like runs at the dragon and like does one of these.
I unironically love Marco.
He takes a moment. He realizes he's fucked up a little, and he resheaths it. Then he shouts that, and then runs at it to do one of these unsheathing samurai.
A true performer will always do the best he can.
He runs at this dragon. He absolutely fucking whiffs it on the first attack, and yeah, he manages to clip its wings on the second one as he goes like pivots
does a
it.
feint.
Yeah, he pivots it into a feint, reverses the grip, proper like Oniwaga style,
super weeb.
Yeah, and then he spins and slides into the dragon, just holding it in a rear stab.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and he nicks the underside of it, and he's like, "All right, I've softened it up for you." It is now the dragon's turn. I'm going to say it's using its claw attack, but it's very much just like, doosh, as it like kicks at him. It doesn't hit him as he dances away
He's
from it.
not
and
actually
goes,
there. It was an after
an
image.
He kicks it, and it turns into a log and drops to the poof, and it's a log. Yeah, and the dragon howls in frustration.
Yes, Marco.
As Marco rematerializes beside you, because apparently he's fucking god tier now. And he looks at you and he says, "Keep the dragon distracted. Keep it away from the civilians. I'll deal with the wizard." And he darts over towards to take on the
Jesus, free disengage as
dude.
well and all that.
yeah, he's just Marco, the fucking unstoppable weeb. The dragon, it is still its turn. It is going to take another bite action, and it's going to take it at whichever of you and your father is closest. So everybody's just going to roll me a d20. I'll roll for the dad. Lowest one is closest to the dragon.
1.
Oh shit! So
2.
your dad rolled a 1 as well. You guys are all under its wings. What's your dex?
14 or 16. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. So it aims at your dad.
No, me.
It sees your dad and
I
it goes.
put my arms out.
It takes a snap at Daddy Cornelius. Rolling an 18 on that.
I'm gonna silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm assuming an 18 hits him.
Oh
Hits-
yeah,
hits
yeah.
it,
No,
yeah,
your
yeah.
dad is like a foot soldier.
Yeah.
He's not.
Then silvery bobs. Silvery
Silvery
bobs.
Bob.
Silvery bobs.
Your silvery bobs blossom on the throat of the
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. It has to
And
make.
then I'm gonna give Marco advantage on his next attack with it.
I feel raw
You
strength.
got this, Marco!
A power I didn't know I had blooms within me. Is this the true power of Christmas? Yeah. And then it is going to. Sorry, remind me one more time what Silvery Barbs will do.
Basically, you now need to re-roll a
That
d20,
attack, yeah.
and effectively it's like disadvantage.
Yeah, he misses on this one. Yeah, he rolled a 3 on the dice that time around. So those Silvery Barbs are doing fucking work.
Yeah, and now.
So your dad is stood there as this dragon looms over him ready to do a death blow, and then just suddenly flashes of light as your
just real kind of
your
discordant,
glockenspiel just
notes,
fly.
kind of pelts
Oh
the
yeah,
dragon.
just popping fucking music notes in his
Yeah.
face. Yeah, and it looks away, and then it makes its swipe, but it's blinded, so it sails over the head of your father. That is its turn for this one. Who's up next? Which one of you guys rolled higher?
I got a 15.
15. Yeah, you're up. Dragon looming above you.
Oh.
I'm going to say just in this combat, you can use an action if you'd like to just distract the dragon further. So you can augment a distraction and make it so that it can't attack civilians for that turn. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So you're basically, what you're trying to do here is not defeat the dragon, but just
Buy time.
buy time.
Oh yeah, I'm going in there full on.
Or defeat the dragon.
Or defeat the dragon. It's only a young white dragon.
Yeah.
It's well within your capability.
Yeah.
I'm going in there full on, Yukon Cornelius. Yeah, so I'm charging in there, and I went on. I actually am going to, at the moment, keep my great axe slung
shouldered,
in,
yeah.
shouldered in behind me, as I've got my big old claws
Yeah.
Mhm.
at
Nice.
the moment.
Going claw to claw.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna go in reckless on this guy.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I go in with my left arm, first, and take a swipe at it. Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit it.
Okay. Right arm.
Yeah.
Are you not going
This
reckless?
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, that was also a miss on them because I rolled a 5.
Cool.
So then that one was 15. So 7. So that's 22.
22 to hit.
But
Yeah.
I'll roll the second one on the right arm.
Yeah. Just in case.
Same thing, actually.
Oh, really? Shit,
So
nice.
22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits.
So that's 10 on that.
10 points of damage. Yeah, nice.
Then my second attack. That's 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget
nice.
to add your +3 for your raging.
Oh, it's actually
if you
plus
get
2.
that. Oh, because you're only level 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So 10 points of damage plus another 2.
Yeah,
for
nice.
the last time. I always forget about the extra damage.
Yeah.
Because
I do
always
too.
just
Whenever I
think
play a
about
barbarian, I always forget about that damage. Every
So-
time, like.
so
So
then
that
this-
makes me rage.
it. So then I get my right arm again, right? Because I get.
You get 3 slashes.
I don't know. Ryan, I'm just going off basic barbarian knowledge here. I don't know what you're playing.
Because you basically switch into 2-weapon fighting. When you've
Yeah. Then you
So
get your
my
bonus.
second-
You get
yeah,
an
nice.
attack
Yeah,
with your
yeah,
bonus
got, so
action.
now my
Yeah,
right
yeah.
arm is gonna hit.
He fucking turns into a fucking monk.
That's a nat 20.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Shit, you hit him with jab, jab, hook? Okay, nice.
So
Just like a token Todd.
that's great.
Wow, it looks like your 2 contestants are really paying off.
So that's 16 points of damage on that.
16.
Ooh.
Yeah, is that the double damage? It's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna
Fucking-
action surge
Yes.
and do all those attacks again.
Yeah,
Holy
do it. Roll it
shit.
up.
Well, you only get 2 attacks again, sadly.
Yeah, you won't get the.
You don't get the bonus action attack.
You take 1 additional action.
Yeah.
But you've
Not
used
a bonus
that.
action.
Yeah.
But why would I be doing bonus actions?
For your offhand attack.
When you dual weapon fighting, the offhand is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm swinging out with my battle axe.
Oh, shit, yeah, nice.
For these last 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah. That hits. So that one
Do
hits.
you get advantage on him as well, like double advantage because of silvery barbs?
No, Marco got
No,
my
Marco
advantage.
got advantage. Yeah. Shit, yeah.
You better fucking take that into consideration.
I will. Don't worry, I will.
So that hits.
That hits. Yeah, nice.
That's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah.
Yep. And then this last battle axe hit. So yeah, that was 26.
26 to hit. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was like, holy shit, that battle axe.
And that's 16 points of damage
16 points
on the
of
last
damage.
hit.
Nice.
Beautiful. Yeah. In one turn, just so you know, you've dealt 59 points of damage to
Holy
that dragon.
shit.
You
That's
see,
how you Path of the Beast.
you see it swing at your father, and the blinds go down. The blinkers go down. You are in as much a rage. This is the man who taught you to keep it under wraps, and you see some big old fucking scaly boy, some scaly Christopher swinging at him.
Christ.
And
What you did to the natives!
you just go in and start slashing the fuck out of him with tooth and fang and a big old fucking pickaxe. Yeah, and it is fully focused in on you. At
Good.
this point, you see like 3 or 4 of the survivors are able to like slip by and like get down the pathway to safety, you know?
Good.
Dylan, sorry, Hermey, let's slake your bloodlust.
No. I am like this is Hermey's time to try and help people and like minimize damage and like damage control. I'm going to cast slow on this dragon.
Okay, nice.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I actually don't know this spell.
Notoriously passive. with
So
wisdom.
if it fails, its movement speed is halved. It's -2 to its AC, -2 to its dex saves. Can't make reactions. Can only make one. It can either take an action or a bonus action, and it can only do a maximum of 1 attack.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is a good one. What? It's a wisdom save, is it?
It's a wisdom save, and
This is
the
not
DC
a wise
is
old
17.
dragon. This is a dumb old dragon. I'm gonna roll
17
this
is
one. I'm
good.
gonna roll this one out here for you guys. Gauge it off your reactions because I can't see.
That is a tree.
Fuck yeah! A Christmas tree, if you will.
That is a tree.
Christmas tree.
It's a
God, I
Christmas
love
tree. Yeah, and then I throw a mode of inspiration over to Yukon.
Yeah, that's the noise it makes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dragon like fucking
nice.
is like fully up on Yukon and ready to like reply to his volley with a volley of its own. And then suddenly it like goes to swing, but like slows. And Yukon, you're just like
It's actually it's also 6 creatures within a 40-foot cube that I can choose. So I don't know if the wizard is also potentially near there.
no,
or
it's the square is like quite wide, and you guys are actually in one of the. At this point, you're like at the mouth of an alley,
Cool.
so he's too far away from that.
Fine.
But he has something more severe to be dealing with anyway. So the force of Marco.
Yeah, basically, Jim, at the end of my like volley of attacks or whatever that I've given,
Yeah.
this thing is facing me, and I'm like roaring back in its face as it's roaring down at me. I'm like,
Oh, you're like going toe to toe in a screaming match?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Roll me a d20 very quickly.
oh, okay, yikes. I rolled a 9.
Yeah, like 9 more millimeters of beard grow out of your face as you yell at it.
Looking great, Yukon!
We are back up to the top of the initiative with Marco.
Yes.
Um,
Fucking bring the pain, Marco.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm
Go
like a
all
ginger
out.
yeti. I see myself as being fully,
Yes.
fully red.
Oh, I fully thought you were like
Yeah, good.
proper like Sasquatch. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Marco,
Yukon, the original cryptid.
Marco takes 2 swings at the wizard.
He has advantage. Well, he can you choose to use advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw?
He's
I mean, I'm assuming
felt
it's
the
an
fire
attack.
of ambition within his soul, and he's going to attack. It actually did push him up. One of his hits became a miss, or his miss became a hit. You see him like he's standing there, and like he's in like this ridiculous pose, and he's kind of like staring him down. He narrows his eyes and he goes, "This is not the day. Legendary style, ogre slaying blitz." And he like slides towards him on his knee, slashes at the dude's leg, but the dude like manages to like coalesce some fucking cold to block the most of it. And then he jumps into the air, spins, and he goes, "Demon style, opening the gate of agility." And he swings again downwards onto the top of the dude, but he's still not able to get through the defenses of this guy, you know?
Wow, he really is the best.
Fuck me. Okay, it is the dragon's turn again. It has been slowed. It can only do the one action at a time. But you have chosen to roar in the face of this dragon.
Oh, yeah. Well.
I know. I knew it would.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I said it, because I kind of wanted to see what its breath attack was.
I don't even have to roll. It's a breath attack. It has already done its inhale. It was roaring as it be slowed. So slowly you see the breath begin to build in its throat. And then as it releases from the dragon and therefore the spell, it crashes into both you and your father, who is still stood next to you. Hermey, I think you're probably in a 30-foot cone in front of it as well.
I didn't say I was moving away, so yeah,
And you
probably.
guys were all like 1, 1, 2, right? So
Yeah, we were all in the mix. Constitution saving throws?
I need you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oof. That is a 7. No, that's Boulder.
Boulder does not make out well in this then.
That's a 9. Actually, I should have, because I inspired, I should have attacked with Boldy Butter.
You can Boldy butter him very quickly if you want.
No.
Okay, yeah. Boulder, unfortunately, he was still coming
He's
down.
still-
He wasn't willing to attack because he got his combo up to like 64 times.
Okay, he's still linking manuals between.
Yeah, he's literally just at that point where he's lost all momentum, so he's just like swapping between manual tricks in the flat ground. Yeah.
As it's roaring at me, I just wink at it as I roll the 24.
You rolled a 24.
Nice.
Okay, shit, nice. Yeah. This icy blast crashes into the three of you.
Can I use my excess to put my arm in front of my dad?
Is it excess in ability? Or?
No. I mean, like the excess roll that I did.
Oh,
on
no,
that.
you can't, unfortunately. I actually never rolled for Daddy. Does one of you guys want to roll for your father?
No.
No.
Okay, I'll do it.
I don't want that type of responsibility.
Oh God, you should have. Okay.
I will.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He looked to you for help and you didn't reply.
No! Don't put this on me!
You guys are blasted. Hermey and Daddy Cornelius take 45 points of cold damage. Daddy Cornelius
I'm still up.
hits the deck. You take half that damage, which is half of 45. I'll be generous.
22.
Go down to 22. Yeah, I'll give you that point. Very generous.
Not quite enough. I can start
You hear.
vampiric stuff on me. Yeah.
You hear. Of course, it's very stuff. What?
As soon as I go below half health, my my bite attacks.
His bloodlust kicks in. Yeah.
What the fuck are you playing? Holy shit!
It's so cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, fuck me. Tasha's great. Yeah.
Is
Daddy,
your character also from Tasha's Ghost?
yeah, this is just
Ah,
one
I
big
should buy that
walking
book.
advertisement for Tasha. I have a copy for you. It's
I
fine.
know.
Yeah, fucking Daddy Cornelius hits the deck, slides along the ground, not dead, just knocked out, and you hear like
I'll get him up.
the screams of like your mother as she sees this happen.
Mom, get him up. All you have to do is just stabilize him. Jeez, it's very simple.
She looks at you and like points at the infant.
The player's
she
handbook.
has. She's like,
It's not how the rules work.
I'm going to say that because you were like ballsy enough to wink at it and did so well, another couple of civilians are able to slip by like around the cone as you're like
He
absolutely-
takes like the brunt of it.
yeah, you fully like he focused this almost downwards at you tree, so like it hits and splashes around you, but it does leave a bit of a window for some of these guys to like slip on by. You're up.
Question, Jim.
Yes.
Since I forgot something because I forgot about this whole thing
You've
because I
both
didn't
for-
expect to.
You've both forgotten about something.
I should have got an extra attack actually because I critted on it.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can take an extra
No,
attack.
that's what you're also with your bonus action, I believe.
Oh yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay.
Fucking action economy.
Yeah, sad. Okay. Yeah, you
Now
get
he let me use 1,000,000 bonus actions earlier.
Yeah, I
in
think
last
you've used them
episode.
all up probably.
yeah, you get nothing. You get nothing extra this turn until your character sheet generates so much extra bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You're up.
Yeah, I mean,
The dragon is still slowed.
I'm still reckless attacking on this thing with my battle axe. How are people doing getting away?
I'd say probably about half of the people you were to escort at this point have gotten by it. Also, like, from your one turn, the dragon is like...
He
He's
also
taking
has
some
minus
knocks.
2 AC, so if you
Yeah.
want to fucking great weapon master this shit.
Yeah, and you also inspired me.
Yeah.
So I'm great weapon mastering this thing on the first attack.
Go
At
for
least
it. Go for it. Roll it up.
14. Would a 14 hit?
You have advantage if
No.
you're reckless.
I know.
So
14 doesn't hit.
So that's 18.
18 hits.
18? No, I know it does. I just wanted to see if...
Like, you just wanted to make me say it. It's that.
Because he's got the minus 2 AC, so I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah, you're trying to gauge what that AC is, but I'm not telling.
oh, yeah.
Did you crit again?
No.
No.
Oh, it is max
This
damage.
is big damage.
It's
sick.
16 points
16
of damage.
points
Plus-
of
plus your
damage.
10
plus the
for
tree.
great weapon
Plus
Plus
master.
10! 26 points of damage.
And did
Is
you
that
have-
including your tree for the...
yeah.
or your 2
Okay,
for the rage?
26
But a
points of
single
damage.
attack. Holy shit.
Okay, 26. Nice. That is like... The dragon is looking pretty... Like, he's not on his last legs by any means, but he is shook.
Because he just added a 0 onto the HP.
I actually didn't. I used kobold to balance this, so he's fine. But he has taken a lot of knocks from you.
We're going to great master this again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Use my D. I'm going to
Eight.
use my D8.
Yeah. A Constitution saving throw then.
Shit.
Oh no, sorry.
It's only if I hit.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, only if it's. But get ready.
17.
17 hits. Yep.
I was like, I rolled that 3 on it, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Con save, is it?
Yeah.
What's the DC on it? Because you rolled a 19.
Or sorry, no, 17 for me.
Yeah, you rolled a 17. Or
Okay, yeah.
19 even, sorry. Which is like a 23 or something
Yes,
using his con.
I figured, but more to try.
Yeah.
21 points of damage.
Points of
with that one.
damage. Okay, holy shit, nice. Yeah.
Plus the 3 from electric damage.
No, he didn't take that. He passed.
He passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, fucking sick. Yeah, he takes another like severely solid knock from
That
you.
was another 40 something damage.
You've done almost 100 points
That
of
was
damage. in 2 turns.
47 points of damage. from the dragon that
Jesus.
time.
That's nuts.
Absolutely wild. Yeah. If my maths is correct, you personally have done 106 points of damage. to
That's
that
what we
dragon.
do.
He is.
I made him go slow.
Yeah, you made him go slow, but this was always the plan. You slow
Yeah.
things down. Cornelius whacks away.
As a bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sick. Okay,
Just a D10.
cool.
10.
+2. It's your fighter level.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're up,
12 points of that back.
Hermey.
I am hurt. I am gonna drink a healing potion, I think.
Go for it. I got 56 HP. And I take
Are we using our usual potion rules? Like, if I use an action,
you
I'll get
can-
full.
You can do an action and get full.
Okay, so that's gonna be 10, and then I'm gonna use a healing word to get.
By the way, again, everyone,
Dad up.
crafting magic. They make
Crafting
these
magic.
potion things. Thanks, Jamie.
Do I know roughly how much HP my dad has?
Let me pull that up very quickly.
Can you, as a bonus action, throw your dad? You need to stabilize him.
I'm using healing word.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you had said. I was given the promo there, and I forgot that. I thought you were full actioning on your health potion.
I am on my health potion, which means I have a bonus action.
healing
for
word is bonus
healing word.
action.
Yeah,
I always forget it.
yeah, it's very handy.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't heal much, but if we're getting someone up into the fight, it's very handy.
You've seen your dad take a solid 16 punches before he got knocked down once.
Each one of those was a D4.
I mean, it's my dad. I'm gonna use a third level.
They were
Like,
punches from Hermey. So that's why if you beat
What is
your
wrong
dad.
with you as a child?
Hey, I didn't make that choice just there.
No, you made it a long time ago.
He's back up to max because of my bonuses, my massive +5 to charisma.
Yeah,
Plus
fucking
5
sick.
charisma.
Okay,
That's handy.
cool.
I'm just a lovable child. My bloodthirst is just overlooked. I use my raw charisma to get away with the terrible things I do.
You're like the kind of kid who kicks a cat and then you're like, whoopsie, and everyone's like, ah. Like, ignore the fact he just hurt an animal. You know?
yeah, but that's all I could do, and
That's all you
I
can do.
can't. It's a bonus action to give Boulder Buddy an order. So
Okay. Back to the.
I will.
Do you still have him? Did you not lose concentration on? Oh no, he's just an animated object.
Yeah,
until he dies, right? You have him, or
it has
an X amount of
HP
time,
and stuff.
yeah.
It can get like destroyed, but I don't have concentration.
It
It's not a spell.
just
it's just
hasn't
an
taken
ability.
any damage yet. It's basically like a temporary familiar you can kind of
Yeah.
summon to
I
yourself.
literally picture it like the clock in Loki.
Loki. That's how I'm kind of picturing it too. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
Oh,
like,
I've been
bow
picturing it
and
like a graveler.
Oh,
No,
nice.
it's no. I'm picturing it like a graveler, but like moving around with like the legs and arms. So like a graveler's torso, but with like the Miss Minutes arms
yeah,
and
I'm picturing
legs.
the
Like,
arms and legs and a top hat. Like, but
yeah, it
real,
definitely
like,
has a top
animated
hat.
style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go back more towards where all of like the survivors are and stuff, as like a kind of like almost like last line of defense, kind of also help try and like guide people
Yeah, for sure.
away, and also to not get hit by that breath weapon again.
It's got a roll of 5 or a 6 to.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
does to recharge it.
Still,
Cool. We are back to the top of the round. Everybody loves the top of the round.
No.
yeah, we do. Marco.
Oh, yeah.
Marco taking 2 swings.
Marco Polo versus Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, right.
The fight of the century.
Yeah.
I love that Marco Polo was the one who went to like explore Asia and potentially could have been a huge weeb as well.
Oh my god, Marco Polo's the original weeb.
He whiffs it big time.
with his katana. Everyone,
He
look how
refers
cool
to
this
it as
is.
a
katana.
katana. Yeah,
Katana.
a katana.
How you know it's
he-
authentic? It says made in China.
Jesus Christ. He stops in the middle of the battle and strikes a meditation pose and says, "Meditation, style, sign of burning essence." Whiffs his attack on that turn. And then he runs in like with another one of these like reverse grip strikes.
It's all the reverse grip. It's more effective.
Absolutely fucking whips it.
Marco, you're making me look like an idiot here.
He goes, Avantasia, how can this be? Are you against me too? Fucking,
Where's
yeah.
Goyle? He can do drunken master pose.
Goyle, yeah. Goyle was the first one of the civilians out the gate. Like, he's already halfway through the tunnel.
No, that's Gale's dad.
Yeah, no, he had
Gale.
Goyle in
Okay,
tow.
okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of an adult Goliath.
Actually,
and
just
his other-
very
and his
quickly,
other dad,
very
Gar.
quickly, you guys give me an intelligence check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Jim's like, guys, they're missing something here.
Oh, you guys are missing something pretty big, but it's fine.
4.
I get a -1, so 11.
Yeah, Goyle and Gale, like, they get out of there. They're fine.
We're
doing the right thing and letting everyone else escape.
Jim,
Yes,
do I see ghosties about?
the same ghost has been kind of ever present.
I'm gonna look at him and go, "Hey, you want to help?"
It doesn't look at you at all. Its eyes are locked on the wizard that Marco is fighting. And it is weeping.
So nothing helped. I turn to Hermey and
I
say,
love that I'm like-
"Hey, and what have we learned about how unhelpful crying is?"
I love that I told you guys, I'm like, oh, you guys are missing something important. And you guys are like, Goyle! Like this fucking half-made up NPC. Like, I love it. Yeah.
I
No,
just
it
figured
was the
an
ghost you guys
adult
had forgotten about.
Goliath would be helpful against it.
No, you're absolutely right. It would be.
But so would Yukon Cornelius, and that's what we got.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yukon Cornelius has been proving incredibly. Apparently, dragons are weak to Yukon Cornelius. So,
Have you seen? No,
in fairness,
haven't
you
seen
guys are
Rudolph the
like-
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No.
you guys are
Tackles a yeti
off a cliff.
Yeah,
Off
I
a
know.
cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw that part.
You guys are like almost uniquely equipped to combat this dragon. Like, you've
Yeah.
negated all of its nastiness, and you have the damage to dish out. Like, it is going to take its one turn. It's going to try and it recharges breath at the top of the turn, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
You rolled a 5.
well, I guess
But
it's
that's
going to
not a
breathe on
6.
us.
So
It's 5 or 6, isn't it?
It's not a 6, you're right, but
Yeah,
it's,
it's not-
still,
yeah,
it's still enough.
trying to trick
You're just
Jim
gonna,
with.
you're just gonna eat this all.
How dare you take my naivete as a young DM and try and turn it against me? It targets you, my friend.
That is fine with me.
It was going to target you anyway.
Yeah.
Again,
Has
Just
our,
me
has
and
our
the
dad
dog.
gone? Is he
Yeah,
headed away?
He slid away with
your
the breath.
dad. You kind of pulled him to the
Okay,
side,
cool,
right?
cool,
I'm
cool.
figuring if you kind of step back, he would have gone with you.
Yeah.
Like he's in absolutely zero rush to walk back into that. You know.
Wait, it's
Um,
cold breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the winter out.
You got the you're like.
Do you have like resistance to cold or anything?
I think it does.
It does give you resistance to cold, but is that not kind of the same as you? Oh no.
If you pass the save, you'll then take a.
A quarter damage.
Yeah.
Okay, shit, yeah. Give yourself back, what, fucking 12 hit points?
Well,
Yeah,
that puts
that
me
puts-
back at max again after my second wind.
Oh shit, yeah, okay, cool.
Because I was at 56.
Well, it's gonna breathe at you again. Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
all right.
Is that Constitution? No, that's not lowered by by the slow, is it? No.
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That would be bust as fuck.
I was just
Yeah.
really hoping that you wouldn't roll a 5 or a 6. I would have to rely on just like a single bite
A single
or a
swiper,
single.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I did. I rolled a big old fucking lovely Christmas 5.
Oh, Christmas 5. Oh, Christmas 5.
Fill my lungs with.
Yeah,
I
half
see
resistance,
death.
cold damage.
So you're back on full?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So Constitution saving throw.
Yeti to take any damage.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, please.
17.
17 passes. You take another freaking 11 points of cold damage.
Yes. Nice. Nice.
That was with it quartered, right?
Yeah.
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 Sick. Okay, cool. It is now your turn. This dragon is looking.
Wait, it's his turn.
No, you're
No,
go,
it's you.
oh,
You go
first.
first,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna reckless still, but I'm not gonna great master on this one.
It's
'cause
still
I-
-2.
Yeah.
So it's AC.
Yeah, but I don't have my inspiration anymore,
Oh yeah.
so I don't want to whiff an entire
Mm.
tent. You know.
Yeah.
I'm still going to come at this dudo.
Yeah.
So first attack, great axe. So that's 15.
15.
Yeah, so with the lowered.
15 hits it with the lower AC.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, must have just barely hit
Yeah.
That was your AC.
that. Yeah. That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It's still up.
But it's looking real rough, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's looking about as rough as a dragon can. Like,
I'm dropping the pickaxe at this point, and I'm coming at it with claws.
go for it.
So,
Nice.
first attack. There we go.
Yep.
Definitely a hit.
I'll tell you what. Roll all your attacks and just do the damage as one big thing for me here.
Yeah, so that's it. That also hits. Damage is... So that's 21 together.
21 is enough.
Oh! Yeah,
Yukon Cornelius, tell me how you finish this dragon.
But I'm going to need Hermey's help with this, obviously. So however you want to come in this. But yeah, so I come in there and I slash at it. But as I slash into it, Jim, a smell hits me as it bleeds. Peppermint. I smell peppermint in its bloodstream. It must have eaten some or something like that. And so I drop it and I just begin to claw into it.
Oh my God.
Just thrashing into it, ripping it apart. Hermey, what are you basically doing this big bear hug into it as I'm
you're
clawing?
slashing it. And you can get the taste of peppermint on its blood, but it's not enough, you know? You're like fucking covering yourself in this stuff.
Yeah, I'm just digging through trying to get to its gut.
Yeah.
I think Hermey is just... I think he walks over kind of like... As like the dragon's like, writhing around, like trying to like stop you like getting in, I say...
I'm so sorry, precious winter death beast, but looks like it's lights out.
And I put my pistol to its head.
Yes! With one of the explosive rounds.
Yeah, sure.
God, okay. Its eyes widen, and as you pull the trigger, you are thrown back.
I'm just doing my civic duty.
Its head explodes, and you are thrown back 20 feet as you ride this wave of viscera across the courtyard. God. Okay. Fuck me. Yeah. You have absolutely devastated this winter dragon. And as this happens, you hear like not quite like a wail or a scream, but just a high resonant note from across the courtyard. And as you turn exuberant, you peek your head out of the dragon to see what this noise is. You see the winds have finally coalesced completely and solidified, and the last little hint of the light trapped inside it goes out. He looks at you and starts not laughing, but making kind of almost a satisfied, relieved sob, as from, like almost as if how light spreads from a fire, darkness starts to spread from where the winter's heart had been. Marco turns mid-strike. He goes, "Guide my strike, morning star! Fire in my blood!" and freezes as the darkness catches him. More and more rapidly, it spreads out across the courtyard, catching guardsmen. You see the captain pulls himself out of the rubble of embers and is frozen solid. Passes over you.
Gale! Goyle!
Gale and Goyle, safe for now, miles away, fleeing like drunkards. It passes over your family. You see your father turn to look at you. Concern, worry, pain, frozen in his face as he's crystallized.
How cold would you say it is?
Oh, like this is a cold that the warmth has never touched. This is a primal darkness.
This isn't cold. This is pure absence of heat.
This is the absolute absence of light,
So
and
probably
heat.
colder than negative 100 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's freezing the spirit of you. And just as it rolls over you two, as it passes over the dragon and the kind of the line of the radius that you guys are on, you see the ghost turns and casts out its hand, and you feel a small amount of warmth just in your chests as this passes over you, and you freeze solid, but you can still see everything around you. You can see the civilians that are fleeing being frozen behind you to, crystallize, turn to ice mid-stride. But you realize, like, how can you see this? They're behind you, and you realize that your vision has shifted, and you're no longer looking at things from the perspective of your eyes. You're now seeing the scene as a whole. You are now ghost people. And then something strange happens. You see that the scene begins to slow down and then reverse. You see the cold wave moving back. You see your fight with the dragon playing out slowly, almost in real time. You see your conversations with your mothers and father and being kind of faster and faster. And you see the chase with the kobolds almost twice as fast as it happened. And then suddenly it's the morning. Suddenly it's the day before. Then you see your 14th birthdays. You see the towers of the city begin to shrink.
Yukon's first beard hair.
Yeah, Yukon's first beard hair, the age of 2, shrinks and pulls back up into his chin. You see the town begin to shrink around you, like growing to just from a city to a small town. You see buildings being deconstructed almost, and you see the sun, Moon Knight style, whipping around the earth. You see the town just shrink and shrink and shrink until it's nothing but a camp. It's a small tent made with some wood and, a bit of tarp thrown over it. The word embers hastily scrawled on top of it. And it's just a small tent on the other side with pack beds and stuff in it. And this is real settler stuff. And you see in the center of this, just almost like a fire pit, just an empty space where people now acting again in real time are throwing kindling into it. And you see this is like any other camp except for there's no light. People are moving almost in complete darkness. You can see through spectral vision what they're up to, but there's nothing. You can see even in the sky, there's a lack of stars, The horizon blends in with the mountains, and you realize that you're looking at the world before it had light and before it had heat. You see soldiers moving with this group of people, bearing the crest that you recognize as like an early version of the Winter Hearts Guild, And your vision kind of moves in towards the tavern, Embers. You see, as you move towards it, one of these soldiers walks out in the darkness, bonks his head on the frame of the door. Everybody begins to laugh at him, and then as they all walk out, they pretend to bonk their head on the door to slag him. You move in, and you spend what was probably hours in there, just existing, but to you it seems like a heartbeat. And then you notice a figure enter. It's the old lady. It's the ghost. She's alive, not quite well. She doesn't look that good, but she has with her, her children, her son, her husband. And she's wearing robes that have, like a very rudimentary image of a flame on them. A little more time passes and the soldiers come in. They get her, and everybody comes out and stands around the fire. She is front and center, and then circling it on either wing, you see what you, Hermey, would recognize as bards. They have their instruments, they have their songs. Each of them wears a mask that you now see is the same as the mask that the wizard would have worn. They start to sing, and you can hear it. You can hear the harmonies and the melodies, and it's a song not just of joy and not just of sadness, but of desperation and a plea for more, a plea for warmth and light. And as they sing this song, the fire begins, the fire pit begins to light a little, and you can see just little bits of warmth and orange lighting their face, but it's not enough. And she steps up and she concentrates, puts her hands together, and draws what little bit of life energy she has left in her aged body in just some rudimentary kind of magic, and casts it into the pit, and you see it catches. And as the bards begin their crescendo, the flame grows and grows, and almost in the reverse of what you saw in the courtyard, you see this flame gather energy and spread light, and you see color begin to cast onto their robes. You can tell the lights and the darks in the scene, but it's still not enough. And as she pours more of herself into this flame, you see her weaken and she collapses. And as she collapses, one of her children runs up, starts screaming at the bards to help her. Help, help, help. But they won't. They're too focused on the song. They're too focused on how important their work is. And as this warmth grows, you feel the warmth that she, as a ghost, put into your chests also begin to grow. And as the first dawn comes over this world, you can feel yourself warming and warming and warming, and the cold that you can feel in your spirit from whatever it was that this wizard did in the future is beginning to fade. And you see the child crouching over the form of his mother, screaming, and he curses the Winter's Heart Guild for bringing her here, and he curses the fire for taking what little was left of her. And at that moment, the spell completes. The bards hit the crescendo of their song, and the flame explodes into full life, casting light over the entire world, but knocking all the bards back. You can't tell from where you're elevated, but it seems like they've been used up by their magic, used up by their spell to give birth to what is light and warmth in the world. The child allows his mother's form. He puts her down, and with a last gasp of anger, frustration, hatred, he snatches the bard's mask and he flees with the darkness into the woods, keeping pace with it as you see the shadows almost retreat with him. Time begins to speed up again. Slowly, you see the next days, the first days of light across the world as people emerge from their safe caves and, they begin to build towns and stuff. You see a funeral being held for the bards and for the old lady. And you can hear the words, you get a sense of them, that this lady discovered she had been ill and decided that with her last little bit of life, she would cast north. She forms the Winter Heart Guild. They go north, they find the heart of winter, and there they strike a flame with all that she had left. You hear them say how honorable it is and how brave she was to give her life to create this light for her family and for her child. And then speeds up, the sun, the moon, cycles of light and day, and you begin to see Arian being built around this pyre. The pyre itself grows into the stonework that you would recognize, and then the city springs up. You see your house being one of the first to be built. You see embers across the road graduating from tent, the whole time. Every time somebody enters it, they knock their head on it and share a chuckle, and then gradually you see that the reason behind that gets lost and it becomes part of tradition. And you see the town gradually form. You see the attack. You see the walls crumbling. You see Christopher Columbus opening the gate. You see your chase. You see the fight with the wolf. You see the fight with the dragon. Then suddenly you see yourselves frozen as your vision fades back in to your forms. And you feel the warmth of that first dawn growing within you again. And the ice around you begins to crack and shatter. And you find yourself alive again. Not alive, but unfrozen in the courtyard. The world is colder than you can remember it, and darker than you can remember it, but you are alive, and you have warmth. What do you do?
Is Christopher still there?
There were a lot of Christophers. The wizard. He is there. You look at him.
Is he frozen?
No, he's not frozen. He is something else. You look towards the fire where Christopher... his name in my notes is Hephaestus, but I actually never even got to that.
Christopher's the dragon, right?
Christoph is the dragon. Christopher is the one who opened the doors.
Christopher's who opened the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christopher's opened the door, and Columbo is the wizard.
Columbo is the wizard.
Yeah. And is Columbo frozen now too, or like
no? So you see him, and he is starting to almost become ethereal.
Okay.
There's something going on with him, and he is staring at the space where his mother's ghost hangs in the air. He seems
Does it look like
focused.
he can see the ghost?
It does. It looks like he's holding eye contact.
Ah, well, now you know that you done messed up there, boy, didn't you?
He looks at you again. Tears start down his face now.
Yeah, you didn't get it, did you?
He looks from you to the mother and shakes his head. He says, what are you doing here? The mother replies, she can't make any sound that he can hear.
What are you doing here? You've come taking all the light out of the world.
To disperse this wretched flame, this abysmal mark on the darkness of the world. This flame that killed my mother.
Boy, don't you understand that your mother did this? That she gave of herself willingly to start this fire.
No.
You are undoing her legacy.
No, that's impossible. She would not have given up on me. She would not have left me for a flame, for an ember.
Your mother was dying anyway.
Listen. You don't understand the fire. We didn't start the fire. But the bards were wrong. It wasn't always burning, and your mom started it, but she did so willingly.
Yes, but she could not have. She could not have chosen to give her life for this.
Your mother was dying anyway. She did what was best for the people before she passed, instead of being selfish.
Your mom's a hero. She's the one who's given us this spark in our hearts and the music in our souls. And you've gone and taken that away from people.
He looks from you to his mother as the last vestiges of his physical form slip away from him. And he looks questioningly at her, and through racking tears, she nods. And you see him buckle as the understanding of what had happened is finally made clear to him. He pulls away the mask, and you see the face of a haunted, tortured individual. You can see the tears that you had previously seen kind of coming through the mask now in full floods. As he starts moving towards his mother, and she kind of takes him in an embrace, not unlike the way your mother took you not so long ago. And she wraps her arms around him and looks at you and mouths the first words you can understand from her. Thank you, as he cries, racking into her, her shoulder. You can see him saying, I'm sorry, I did not understand. And then the two of them, in a final gust of wind, gone, taking with them the only light left in the courtyard.
Let's go be Billy Joel. Start the fire.
No, Billy Joel didn't start the fire.
We gotta go be prodigies. We gotta be fire starters.
Wow.
Okay. Yukon, that's give me a hand here. I think I don't know doing what, but
I'm so tone deaf, but I'll do my best. Use your magical glockenspiel.
Yeah, that will definitely. I mean, because I now have a magical Glock and a magical glockenspiel.
Yeah, dude, technology has advanced so much. Just fire one of those incendiary rounds.
Okay, right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Much like Tchaikovsky's.
No, don't try and stop.
Overture.
No, hold on.
Hang on.
In my notes,
much like
Ryan will suggest shooting the fire.
I'm gonna take the. So okay, I'm just gonna force this on you now, Jim.
That's okay. At this point, I'm letting you guys tell me how you like this fire.
I'm going to say that I take the funeral dirge song, almost play it backwards, and like incorporate like the lead theme of like Ode to Joy in it, and at a big kind of crescendo point, fucking shoot the fire, like in the same way as an overture, like boom at the right time.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you see, as you sing and as you sing, like the smoldering wood in the pit begins to glow a little brighter. You've seen the song that originally lit it. You know now there's more layers to music.
Oh yeah, I know how to play the actual song.
Yeah.
That's funnier to say.
It's fine. It's more about like, now that you can like put emotion into it, and there's more to just like songs than happiness. So as you said, you play a funeral dirge backwards.
I think,
Boy young, was I when?
No. I stand there.
Backwards.
No, hang on. No, I got this. I stand there in the middle of this square and I look at Yukon and I say, Hey,
Yukon. 5 things. Give me 5 things that are around us.
Mom, Dad, Rudy, Marco, and Darkmoor.
And I think Hermey like looks, and in the same way that previously he got like overwhelmed by all of those emotions by having to look at everything, he like looks at them but lets himself feel everything and then just pours everything into that. Like, so basically like as he's playing on his glockenspiel, Yukon's like pointing out everything around him, kind of fuels that emotion, like stokes the fire. And then
here, Yukon, you haven't fired one of these yet. It's fucking fun.
And Yukon Cornelius reaches out his hand and takes a hold of the black flintlock pistol, which will become part of who he is for the rest of his life, and fires into the fire pit. And goes, Golden Silver!
Yes. As that shot lands in the fire, the embers that had already been absolutely stoked by the song you two kind of wrote together and created together, the flame bursts into light and surges, and you see the color flood back into the world. And as this explosion of fire happens again, because you guys weren't standing right at it, having learned the lessons of the past, you decided to ignite it from a small distance using a firearm. You are only knocked backwards.
Is there nothing guns can't do?
You were both thrown backwards, riding this wave of color as it rips through. You hear as Marco soars back to life, and he goes, "A strength I've never felt before. Is this my true ability? Did I relight the fire?" You skitter back across the paving stones, and the wave overtakes you, and you hear the gasping cries of your mother and your father and your little sister, and then all the civilians and the soldiers. And you sit up together. You walk over to a bit of rubble. Yukon, you feel a calm you haven't felt in years, and you can't help but smile as you think about how the side of you that you've always hidden, been afraid of, was the very thing that kept your family safe. Protected them. As you feel your anger slipping away, you look down at your brother, who is also smiling. Hermey, you meet your brother's gaze, and then you return your attention back to the hearth, both of you, listening, as for the first time in your life, you can hear its song, each and every note.
Nice.
And that is the end of our Christmas adventure.
Yukon, real quick, is going to walk over to the dead wizard and go, "See? Doesn't matter how strong you are, you're nothing compared to the strength of a gun."
Shoot his corpse a few times for good measure. Fuck me, that was... You see, as you do that, Marco looks at you, and then he looks at himself, and he looks at Avantasia in his hand, and he's like, oh, fuck this. And he throws the sword down and goes and gets a gun. But he immediately goes and gets like a full AK, like a proper assault weapon.
Oh, now he's turned into that type of mall guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's the other kind of mall guy now.
Oh, the less cool one.
He starts throwing on
completely
some
uncool one.
unearned patches from from
Now I hate him. Now you finally succeeded in what you wanted to do with that NPC.
I definitely made him way too cool.
Oh, that was very good, Jim.
That was very good,
I
Jim.
enjoyed it. Thank you for playing. They were some fucking top tier characters you had.
Yeah. I miss Hermey already.
Yeah.
And now none of you can ever watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer the same way
That's
again.
what we were aiming for here. We wanted to do two things.
Ruining
we
people's childhoods.
We wanted to really corrupt that film and its image, and then also we wanted to push the gun agenda. Remember, vote.
No. And also, fuck Christopher Columbus.
Also, yeah, fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yeah. But that was very good. Happy holidays,
Yeah,
everybody.
happy holidays
holidays
from all of us here at Heartfire Tales. Gonna do some quick spieling. Check us out on Spotify. Fucking everything. Mainly
Yeah.
YouTube now. We're
YouTube,
trying to push
yeah.
our YouTube. You can see us. Look
Yeah.
in my eyes. And then smash that. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, and then as always,
Like
if-
that like button.
Yeah.
Like that like button.
Please.
Light button. As you know, the fire. And
Please place your hand upon the mouse
I
or
tried.
whatever input you use to navigate your computer. Interact with the like option, the subscribe option, and then if you feel it necessary and you have the energy, please tell somebody else.
Because nothing's as strong as the subscribe button.
or a gun.
Or a gun. Shoot that
right.
subscribe button.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Line up the like button, shoot the subscribe button, and leave a spectral comment.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Bye.